And now to finish off our last business, I would like to welcome to the stage MinMemoria. Thank you.
Okay. Can you imagine visiting your own mother and her not even recognizing you? Can you imagine her not believing you and even being afraid of you when you try to tell her that you are her child? And can you imagine having to go through this every time you see her, even if you visit her every single day? For thousands of families affected by dementia, this is their reality. They try their best to make sure that their loved one can have a good and dignified life, and that the person behind the disease, the person they've always known and loved, and their story doesn't disappear completely. In nursing homes all over the country, patients are suffering from stress and anxiety, and their families constantly feel bad about not being able to be there for them all the time, to comfort them and to calm them down. We personally know how heartbreaking this situation can be for the whole family. And in Norway, the number of people suffering from dementia is expected to double within the next 25 years. So if you and your family haven't experienced it yet yourselves, you probably will in the future. Our experiences have inspired us to create something that will make life easier for these families, ease their conscience, and make life better for the patients. And the result is MinMemoria.
MinMemoria lets you and your family preserve the life story of your loved ones through photos, stories, and relations in a digital memory book. With MinMemoria, you can share their stories with the caregivers surrounding them every day, communicate with them, and allowing them to get to know them on a more personal level, and better caring for their social needs. With MinMemoria, we are bringing families closer together and improving the quality of life in the nursing home. It has been tested for more than a year in different nursing homes, and so far we have heard several heartwarming stories like the one you're about to see now.
Mor og sønn sitter på Mørkved sykehjem og ser på gamle bilder. Gerd Jonsson er dement, men en ny programvare for nettbrett har blitt løsninga for de to.
Det er så lett å snakke med henne når du har den her, for da har du liksom noe å snakke om.
Se her, ja. Hva deilig det der så ut. Jeg synes det var et kjempefantastisk verktøy. Det kan vi bruke bare for å ha et 5 minutter i lag med pasientene. Det kan være hvis det er noen som er litt urolig, og kan prate om familien deres, kan se på bilder for å roe dem ned. Den kan brukes hvis de begynner å spørre mye etter familien. Så det er veldig mange situasjoner man kan bruke den i.
Det er veldig greit å gå til bilder, og da har vi noe å snakke om. Og tida går, og hun koser seg, og jeg koser meg. Ikke sant?
Hva?
Jeg sier vi koser oss godt med bilder.
Ja. Det er veldig artig å se.
Så det er bra.
We want to improve the quality of life for dementia patients by offering them the best tool they deserve. But to do this, we want your help. And we are now inviting you to invest in us and invest in MinMemoria, and to help us reach out to the families affected by dementia.
The problem that we solve is universal, it's international, and everyone here can relate to it. By investing in MinMemoria, you can help us bring families closer together. You can help them contribute to their loved ones' everyday life without physically having to be there. And you can make life better for dementia patients in nursing homes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, guys. Really well done. Very good. So here we are with a business that's serving a very, very different market need, and one that is just as vital as the others. And it just goes to show that new technologies and new companies can help us across all aspects of our lives. So well done. Thank you very much. Jack, can I start with you and ask if you have a question for the team here?
So I assume that this is a a product that's going to be downloaded onto a tablet, and could you describe a bit about that product, and then how you expect to acquire customers?
So the way it works, the patient's family can add photos and stories and other types of information on a web application. And then for the nursing homes, we have an app that you download to Android or iOS devices that is more like adjusted to using with patients and less buttons and, you know, less opportunity to do something wrong, I guess.
So do you
delete something.
Yeah. So do you provide those tablets to the nursing homes then, or they have tablets?
So far, they have acquired the tablets themselves, and many nursing homes do already have tablets.
And sorry to usurp the commercial questions, but then are you selling the software? Are you selling the application, or are you selling the software as a service? What is your
software as a service?
Thank you.
Yes.
So software as a service. 'Cause doesn't every single destination in the world have a tablet these days?
Yes.
So there we go. Fantastic. Thank you. Jennifer, do you have a commercial question this time?
To tag on to Jack's question, who are you actually selling it to? Is it the nursing home? Is it the patient's family? Is it the doctor?
We're first of all trying to sell directly to the patients' families, but we've had requests from nursing homes and municipalities lately that want to buy licenses, I guess, for all their patients. So both. Yeah.
That could be a good business model.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll sell it as
That's the
wide as
plan.
possible, right?
Yeah, and then if a family member recommends the software to the nursing home can buy it for their patients. And if the nursing home recommends it to their families, they can get the families to buy it. So they sort of pull each other.
So an opportunity for good word of mouth and good,
Yes.
good virality. Terrific. Eric, would you like to ask the question?
Yes, first of all, we're kind of in the same industry, so I know I've read some research about this, about how images can help people with dementia really relate different memories to each other, which is often their problem. So I know that this is kind of really helping. But my question is, how are you going to reach out to these families of the people with dementia and make them buy the product?
So far, we've had really good effect from news stories and in local newspapers in our hometown, Bodø, that have reached to Drammen and Gudbrandsdalen and Horten and all over the country. And we've also contacted every nursing home in Norway. And last week we had a meeting with all leaders for all nursing homes in Trondheim kommune at once. So that's a lot of, you reach a lot of customers through very few contact points, because there are only 1,000 nursing homes in Norway and over 300,000 relatives, almost 400,000.
Well, that's impressive that you've already met 1,000 nursing homes. My goodness me. Brilliant. Thank you very much to the judges. Great questions. Thank you. Okay, now of course Memoria had a mentor as well, and I will hand over now to Gurul to see what he thought of the team here.
So, Odd Jostein, what do you think about the performance tonight?
Yeah, I have to say I'm deeply touched by their performance. They did it incredibly well. They took me on an emotional ride, and I'm really happy to be able to be working with these people. They do something, they solve a really big problem in the society, and they do it well. It's proven, it's a finished product. I can't have a better company to work with than these guys, or girls.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Well, that's very, very high praise indeed. A finished product. How often does that actually happen? And no better people to work with than these two. So fantastic. Thank you very much, and well done, Memoria. You can go, yeah, that way, behind me, yeah.